minutes back, their top hats and big buttons, and ever since I'd been looking for a way off the road, one that didn't involve me running across a field and getting mucked up to the oxters. So I stopped walking and turned to the jockey. "This is where I go off," I says, pointing at the sign to the castle. "I will be coming with you," he says, "and you can be making me dinner, and afterwards we can be making a baby." "What a good idea," says I, and when he stepped forward as if to kiss me, I grabbed his danglers and gave them a twist. "Make your own babies," I says. "Now away and flip yourself." Off I went up the lane, and when he followed me I gave him a shove and a few more flip-offs and stamped on his bare foot, and that was the last I seen of him, for a while anyway. The lane to the castle wound up a slope between two beech hedges. It was September, but uncommon warm and lucky for me as I had no coat. After I had been walking about a minute, there was the faint thud of hoofs on dirt, and I turned to look back at the great road. The two grunts trotted past on their way towards Glasgow. Did they even turn their heads? Did they bucky? "Hurrah," says I to myself, and good flipping riddance. What I always say is, if you can avoid the scrutiny of the law, then why not? With them out the way, I thought I would have a quick skelly at the castle, then find somewhere to sleep before it got dark. I had only 6 Parma violets and 2 shillings to my name, and Gob only knew when I would get more, so I could ill afford a room. But I was hoping for a barn or a bothy where I could lay my head a few hours, then press on to Edinburgh once it got light. I had gone no more than 2 steps, when what did I see but a red-haired country girl about my age come skittering round the corner. She wore a dark stuff frock and plaid shawl, and she was dragging a box along the ground by means of a leather strap. Even though she was in a queer hurry, she was laughing away to herself like a woman possessed. The most notable thing about her was her skin. Very rough and red it was, like she had had a go at her fizz with a nutmeg grater. I stepped out her road and gave her good afternoon as she passed, but she just cackled in my face and carried on stumbling towards the great road, dragging her box behind her. There was not much would surprise me then nor now, but all the same you expect more manners from country folk. The lane in front of me dipped right, then left through fields, climbed again, and after about 10 minutes walking it passed the gate of a big mansion house in amongst a scutter of trees. I could see no castle, but there was a woman running about the gravel drive and lawn. This way and that she went, waggling her hands in the air and every so often clapping. At first I thought she was gobaloon, but then I looked over the wall and seen she was only chasing a pig. It looked like tremendous fun. "Wait on, missus," I says. "I'll give you a hand." Did you ever try to catch a pig? It's not as easy as you think. That bucker had us running in circles. He shot round the back of the house to the yard, and we followed. I nearly got him the once, but he was a slippery old wretch. He squirmed out my grasp like he was buttered. I would have dove after him, but I did not want to ruin my good frock. Your woman kept shouting instructions to me. "Quickly," she goes, "and watch out." She was English, I realised. I had met English people before, but never an English woman. At last, the two of us cornered the pig by the hen run. We chased him along a fence, then shooed him back into the sty, and your woman slammed the gate shut. I watched her as she stood there panting a moment or two. She would have been about 27 then. Her back was slender, though it looked as though she didn't wear stays, and the colour was high in her cheeks with all the running, but you could see by her forehead that her skin was pale as cream. There was not a freckle on her. She was alabaster. The frock she wore was silk, a watery shade, more blue than green. She struck me as being shockingly well dressed for running about after pigs. In due course she got her breath back. "Treacherous trollop," she says through her teeth. For a minute I thought she was talking about the pig, until she added, "If ever I see her again, I'll take her and I'll—" She clenched her fists, but did not finish the sentence. The red-haired girl dragged her box through my mind's eye. "Did somebody do you wrong, missus?" I says.